Is my artistic peer critique on Cami Mitchell's sculpture based photography, and it's on their unexpected location photograph. If I could describe this, I would say that this is what I see is a Latin American inspired house submerged in nature. The house is painted yellow, and the paint appears to be spotty and a little rustic, as if to indicate the wear and tear it has endured over the years. It has a traditional clay roof that comes in rows. The house has an overgrown flower growing from different angles of the house. The door is a bright blue color, which also appears to be made out of clay. As the title indicates, the building is an unexpected location, which is surrounded by wooden logs, rocks, and weeds. The medium appears to be made out of cardboard, wooden sticks, clay, and colored paper. The first thing I noticed about this piece is that the color palette used on the building, it has bright yellow walls that contrast with the blue door, but this color combo also complements each other nicely, as well as the pink flowers and the orange roof. All these colors are strong individually, but they also don't overpower each other. They encapsulate the vibe of the house perfectly, which is that it's like a foreign style house. For my analysis, I would say that there's a pattern in repetition seen through the clay roof, which consists of curved rows that flow down in the same direction. This created a rhythm for the viewer's eyes to look back down to the rest of the piece. There's also movement seen through the angle at which the photograph is positioned. The weeds spread out from the house towards the audience, but they also pull us back in simultaneously. Unity can be seen when you look at the curved logs and then you looked at the curved clay roof. They both face the same direction and resemble each other in shape and color. I definitely think that the mood of this piece is achieved by the artist's choice to surround the house with plants. When I think of houses like these in real life, they're usually in countries that are tropical or surrounded by nature. And for my interpretation, I would say that I think the artwork is more conceptual because it appears that the artist is trying to indicate that the house is in an isolated environment, kind of like a ghost town where there isn't a huge population. The house is somewhat old with chipped paint on the walls, and that's perhaps because and that's probably because it's abandoned due to the subtle hints that we get, like the barred off windows, the overgrown flowers, and the overgrown weeds, which make it appear impossible to get towards the entrance, making the house appear inaccessible to the audience. And my valuation is my thoughts and feelings about the work have changed from my first impression. I initially thought that this piece was fun and colorful to look at, maybe a bit busy, which is what appealed to me about it. But then I realized how lonely the house appears, and I took the minor things into account, like how there aren't other colorful houses or things around it. Everything else seems to have natural colors since the background is nature. Noticing small details like this made all the difference. I think the image communicates the feeling of being small in a big, untamed world. The house looks so small and somewhat pathetic compared to the big logs that are next to it and the overgrown weeds that might engulf the house too. There's only so much that we can control in this world, like our own creations. Some are buildings. But regardless, everything else has a mind of its own and will change, whether you like it or not. I think the piece is overall strong. It has a good use of harmony, balance, repetition, color, texture, and scale.